So again for the line charts, I've got the numbers over here. Expenditure of a household. So I've got for 12 months, I've got the water bill, electricity bill, I've got gas, petrol, and groceries. Now, where is line chart used? Line charts are used to identify trends in our data. Usually we can have data like if you've got bills over here, we can have data like height of students, speed of a car, changes to sales. So these all can be plotted over time, and then line charts can be used to look at the trends. So let's start with creating a simple chart. So I'll select all this data. Now this is my simplest line chart. As you can see, it shows over here, use the chart type to show trends over time, or use it when the order of categories is important. There are many data points. I'll just put the legend on the top. So click on plus top, and I'll change the title. So this is my line chart over 12 months. I've got these 5 lines plotted for these 5 types of expenditures or bills. I've got the water with the blue line, electricity with the amber, gas with gray, petrol with yellow, and then groceries with again light blue. So again, take a couple of moments over here and think of all the trends which you can see. The first one we'll discuss is the water bill. So the water bill remains consistent throughout the year. As you can see from the data also, it's $29 throughout the year. So that's we've got a straight line. Moving on to the electricity, which is being represented by the amber line over here, this particular line. So as you can see in the initial months of the year, Jan, Feb, when it's relatively cold, the electricity bill is higher. But as we keep on moving towards the summer months, there's a dip in the electricity bill. And then from August, September onwards, it again starts picking up. Then it reaches its peak in December again. The next one is the gas bill, which is being shown by the gray line over here. There's a slight peak for the first 2 months. Again, after that, it sort of dips. And it's fairly consistent, so no particular trend, just that it's sort of higher towards December, Jan, and Feb, and it might be higher towards December, January because of the holiday season. Petrol, which is being highlighted by the yellow line over here. It's relatively consistent in the first quarter, and then it sort of starts picking up during the summer holidays, hinting towards that people start going out more often in summers. So reaches its peak in August, which is the holiday season. Then again drops down till October when winter starts coming in, and then again picks up in December 16, maybe because of the holiday season again. Groceries is being highlighted by the blue color over here, fairly consistent. I would say there's a slight rise in the holiday seasons in August, September around over here. Then it again dips, and in again December, it again picks up because of the holiday season. So these are all the trends which you can look at for a household. Then it becomes really important, and then they can also manage their expenditure accordingly. If they see that okay, they are spending more in these months on petrol, then they can try to reduce their expenditure on petrol over here. So this is how a simple line chart can also help in organizing your funds or organizing your expenditure or reducing your expenditure. Now, as we had looked at the bar or the column chart, for the line chart also we've got different types of charts. So this is a stacked line chart. As mentioned over here, use this chart type to show how parts of a whole change over time, or consider using a stacked area chart instead, as stacked line charts can be hard to read. So again, what this is basically showing me is the sum of all of these 5 expenditures over a month and the contribution for each of these. If I just look at for January 16, this line is around $400. If I sum the January 16 bill, it comes to around $395. So what this chart does is it keeps on adding values for each of these categories, and the sum comes at the top. So 29 is being represented between the x-axis over here and this particular blue line over here. Then from 29 we jump on to 159, which is representing the 130 dollars for the electricity bill and so on. But this chart is a bit difficult to read, so let's use the stack chart. Again, what does the stack chart say? Use this chart type to show the percentage contribution to a whole over time or categories. Show the change to the percentage that each value contributes over time. Consider using 100% stacked area chart because stacked line charts can be hard to read. So again, now we've got this 200% similar to what we had for 100% stacked column or 100% stacked bar. And now we can see the contribution for each of these to the total bill. So now take a couple of moments over here. Think about any of the things which this particular chart is highlighting, which I haven't spoken of as yet. So I'm not sure if you may have noticed this, but the contribution of the groceries bill to the entire bill is at its peak in December 16. Uh, then again for electricity over here, the contribution which it is leading to towards the entire bill is sort of higher towards January and 16, then it sort of reduces over here because the other bills start of contributing more. Now let's look at another line chart. So again, I'll click on this chart. I'll go to insert. Now this is line with markers, shows trends over time. So this is similar to the normal line chart, just that over here we've got markers also representing the data points. I can add the data labels also. So I'll just do a right click, add data labels. If I do an add call out, let's see. So what the add call out does is for each and every value, it will also show me which month that value is belonging to. But that is just too much of data and it just populates my plotting area and just makes a mess of my chart. So I'll just do a control Z. So now with the line chart done, we'll close this session over here, and in the next session we'll discuss the remaining type of charts.